Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste, distinguished guests, Ms. Harris, Dr. King, and Mr. Dexter. It is indeed my honor and privilege to pay homage to the greatest icon of universal peace, our beloved Dr. King. Congratulations are in order to the organizers, especially the King Center, for doing such a monumental job of presenting this unique celebration watched by millions across the globe. I am fortunate to come here from India, the land where the Mahatma Gandhi was born and preached his message of nonviolence and peace. Friends, it is a known phenomenon that members of all ethnic communities in America look to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as a catalyst that sparked the end of the long struggle for freedom and equality in the land of the free and the home of the brave. As we pause today to honor the memory of Dr. King and the legacy of freedom and equality which he left us, let us also take time to honor the man who influenced Dr. King. Known to the world as the Mahatma or the Great Soul, Mohandas K. Gandhi brought a great gift of nonviolence to the modern world. At the age of 15, Martin Luther King entered Morehouse College, where Dr. Mays became one of the greatest influences of his life. From Dr. Mays, King learned about the philosophies of Gandhi, and so the torch was passed on. In February of '59, Dr. and Mrs. Coretta Scott King spent a month in India studying Gandhi's techniques of nonviolence as guests of the Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Dr. King once described his visit to India to the congregation here at the Ebenezer Baptist Church. Dr. King told the members of the church, and I quote, "I remember when Mrs. King and I were in India, we journeyed down one afternoon to the southernmost part of India, to the city of Trivandrum in Kerala. That afternoon, I was to speak at a high school. This particular school was attended by and large by students who were the children of former untouchables. The principal of the school introduced me, and then he came to the conclusion of his introduction. He said, 'Young people, I would like to present to you a fellow untouchable from the United States of America.' And for a moment, I was shocked and even peeved that I would be referred to as an untouchable. I started thinking about the fact that 20 million of my brothers and sisters were still smothering in an airtight cage of poverty in an affluent society. And as I thought about this, I finally said to myself, yes, I am an untouchable, and every Negro in the United States is an untouchable. The teachings of Gandhi and the love of Gandhi for the poor and impoverished had a tremendous influence on Dr. King. As King himself once said of his own work, and I quote, 'Christ gave me the message, Gandhi gave me the method.' Dr. King's widow, Mrs. Coretta Scott King, said of her late husband, and I quote, 'He always said that while Jesus was his spiritual master, Gandhi was his social and political mentor.' King's methods during the civil rights movement were like Gandhi's, the essence of simplicity. Both Gandhi and King were deeply religious. Gandhi was a Vaishnava Hindu and King was a Christian. Both were born in privileged families. Both leaders constantly evoked God and religion in their nonviolent crusade for justice and human dignity. King used the Christian concept of agape or holy love, whereas Gandhi lived by ahimsa as the greatest active force of love for all. Both sacrificed their family for the service of the larger human family. Both had suffered several criticisms, Gandhi was ridiculed by Churchill as the half-naked fakir of India. Fakir means a beggar. He was called Muhammad Gandhi by staunch Hindus. King was called Little Lord Jesus by some black Muslims. King had learned from studying the life of Gandhi that the world was fast becoming a global village. The concept of the global village is today a virtual reality. The universal insistence on human rights, equal opportunities, and open and interactive global society, and the basic tenets of nonviolent conflict resolution that prevail today are the legacy of both Dr. King and Mahatma Gandhi. It is a legacy that promotes global harmony and unity through a celebration of our diversity. It is in essence the core teaching of every religion in the world. It is little wonder that one of the books about the life of Dr. King was titled King, the American Mahatma. At 34, King galvanized the nation with his I Have a Dream speech, and his dream was achieved. Today we have Barack Obama in the White House. At 35, he won the Nobel Peace Prize. At 39, he was assassinated. But he left a legacy of hope and inspiration that continues to. Dr. King is not only an important figure in American society, his memory is honored and revered the world over. Martin Luther King Jr. received the torch from Mahatma Gandhi through Benjamin Mays and held it high until his own assassination 3 decades later. It was kept burning by the civil rights movement, and today it is we, not I or you, it is we who must carry on the torch and keep it ever lifted up, that it may be passed on to our future generation, which are these young ladies here. If it wasn't for Dr. King, many of us would not be where we are today. So friends, please join me in commemorating Dr. King's life and works. The best way to celebrate his memory this year is to hold up a mirror to ourselves and ask, who are we really? Thank you. Namaste.